Pretty good. Hey guys, today we're going to change the jets on the BMW. We're waiting for them to come in the mail, but in the meantime we're going to do the compression check and try to set the timing so that when we get the jets we'll just pop them in and hopefully it'll run good. Alright, we're going to start up the car, warm it up a little bit for the compression check. Alright, so we need to do two things. Undo the fuel, well, yeah, basically not allow fuel to come into the engine while we're doing the compression test. And also undo the power to the coil, or power from the coil to the distributor. This will allow us not to get shocked or burned. And then I think I'll just unplug this main coil. This is not that good of shape. Kind of like afraid. Alright, I'm gonna unplug this. So now no power is going to the distributor. And now we can pull out the plugs. Okay, so first, oh, it's tight. Okay, first plug is gonna come out. We're gonna remove them all so that there's no pressure building up in the engine as we're doing the test. It'll just freely rotate.
Do you even know what the compression should be for this car as a healthy motor?
It should be around 130 to 180.
It's kind of a big range.
Those look totally fine, huh? Ready to test. All right, man, crank it. You ready?
Ready.
Go. Not sure if that was correct. Let's do it again. Same cylinder. This is cylinder 1. Looks like more than 160. Almost 170. So floor it while you do it.
Okay, ready?
Yeah, try it again. So it went up. Okay. So we tested all the cylinders. Here's what we got. Cylinder 1 was at 180. Cylinder 2 at 180. Cylinder 3, 180. Cylinder 4, 180. All really good. Anyways, let's do the next step.
What's the next step?
The next step would probably be to try doing the timing. I literally see nothing in the hole. Maybe we can use our phone, like turn on the camera.
It's really hard to see in there, so we found an interesting way. We have a light set up here. Now we also have a phone with the camera on, and you could see right inside the hole. And we kept rotating it until that little white dot showed up in the center, and that's how we know that that's what we need. So right now Andre's getting some paint ready so we can make that dot more prominent, so then it's easier to time it. And that took us 14 minutes to find, if you guys see a little timer. So don't get discouraged if it takes you a little while.
I don't know if this is gonna work. So we got way too much white paint in there. It's a dimple, it's not like it's not indent, it's like coming out. And then to fix that, we just painted it with yellow marker on the end of a toothpick. And yeah, we're gonna try it now.
Looks like an egg omelet. So we're ready to use the timing light, and for those of you who have never done this before, it's actually pretty simple. So there's basically a positive lead and a negative lead that you connect to your battery, and then there's this guy. So this, see that little hole? So that goes over the first lead. So basically, you go here, you connect it like that. The closer to this thing, the better. See, it shows plug. And basically, when electricity goes here, this picks it up and it uses it, and it sends out a light at the same time. Since our eyes can probably see things in 24 frames a second, it looks like a constant light, and then we're gonna adjust the timing to have the dot be at the very top. And yeah, that's pretty simple.
All right, I'm about to start the car. Yell if something crazy goes.
It's really hard to tell because everything is white.
Yeah.
Actually, I can see the yellow dot. I think maybe your thing isn't firing every time. I don't know. I don't see it.
So after timing it, do you think there's a difference?
Yeah, it runs a little smoother, but the timing was pretty good to start with. It was like we got it right by ear, so.
That's
but
good.
it's weird because there's like so the dot is here, and right above it there's like a letter Z. And sometimes it's the dot, sometimes it's Z. It like alternates for the timing. So I don't know, maybe you might need a new distributor cap just so the points are always working.
Printed out the diagram of the carb. There's 6 jets that we're changing. It's home. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not fully clear how it's all set up in here, but we're gonna try to figure it out. So we'll use this for reference. Okay. I can see 6 little ziplocs. It's like opening up a little Christmas gift. This side is the primary jets. This side is the secondary jets. These two are the main jets. These are the air correctors, and these are the idle jets. So we're gonna pull ours out, see what ours say on them, and then compare to these. Alright, so this is just held on with 4 bolts. Yeah, I think it might be flooding. So, well, there's the 2 jets right in the middle. Okay, so we got the air filter off, got the plate for the air filter off. We're taking off these 6 bolts. And that's gonna give us access to a lot of stuff. Should probably take the fuel line off also before I do that. So these are almost off. I'm gonna pull the fuel line off real quick. Another one. You gotta push force forwards. Okay.
She was crying for a second.
Yeah. Okay. This might.
Don't get sprayed.
Let me get a rag. So we're ready. Pull this off. Let's see what we have under here.
Careful. Maybe spring loaded. Hold on. There's something connected to that. With the choke.
How do I take it out? Okay, we need to take the choke off.
How'd you get here though?
So there's a little retainer clip like this that was holding the choke. Way too close, bro.
No, it's good.
Oh, is it in focus? Holding the choke, so I'm gonna just pop this little guy off.
Okay, I'll hold this.
There you go.
Let's see if there's anything else underneath. Oh boy, it's out. These are the air corrector jets. The main one was a the main one was a 160, and the second, no, it was 170, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the main air corrector was a 170, and the secondary was a 160. What we're replacing them with is a 145 and a 175. So I'm guessing like once the throttle is fully opened and both carbs are going, it's gonna be more fuel going in versus a 160. But when it's just like going kind of slow or not a lot of throttle, it won't be like that. So those will be replaced, and those air correctors are located in the middle of the carb once you pull this plate off. And you can see that number 94 goes to these arrows. And this side is the main, this side is the secondary. Next, we're gonna look at the main jets. These are on this side. Not fully sure where, but probably like we'll find them. Found the main jets. They are on the bottom of the float bowl, right there. So I'm gonna, here, let me just clean this up. That looks pretty nasty, man. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna clean this up a tiny bit. Yeah, so fuel's probably been in there for a long time. Okay, I'm gonna unscrew the main jet right now. I might need a bigger screwdriver. Okay, you wanna see what it is? So 140. So that's actually the one we need. Okay. Second one. Second one's also 140. So they're both 140. Okay. So 2 more and we can go.
So what are you unscrewing now?
So this should be the idle jets. This should have a couple parts. I think this is it. So let's see. Oh, okay. I think this might be it. Let's see. Okay. And this is I can't tell what number that is. So 2 more and we can go.
So what are you unscrewing now?
So this should be the idle jets. This should have a couple parts. I think this is it. So let's see. Oh, okay. I think this might be it. Let's see. Okay. And this is I can't tell what number that is. You can look over there. So I'm just gonna put this back in for now while I remove the other side. Yeah, so whoever swapped this didn't ever mess with the jets, and like, I mean, everyone that I've seen on the forums that swapped it, they all recommend like, you know, certain jets. So I mean, you can, but you probably shouldn't just buy one of these and swap it on and expect it to be running perfectly. So that's what I learned from this.
So how do you know what jet sizes to choose and what determines that? Is there like any mods, or, because I mean, I think this motor's stock, right?
So yeah.
So was this carb originally built for this car, or is this like an aftermarket one that works on multiple cars? But
so this carb is the aftermarket one that's made to work on other cars, but I mean, I've seen people use on Toyotas, like little Geos, like all kinds of stuff. But but so for this 2-liter motor, these are the jets that people recommend. Yeah.
See.
So we found out that the main idle jet is different than the one we ordered, but the number 60 is the same on this. So we're not gonna use this. We're gonna reuse the stock one that we had. So that's gonna be that one. The secondary idle jet, it's going up from 50 to 55, both of the air correctors are gonna go up in the size, or the main one's gonna go down, the second one's gonna go up a little bit, and then the main jets also are gonna be, yeah, the main jets are also going down and up a size. So it's kind of making it like when you give a little throttle, it's gonna be not as rich, but then when you give it a lot of throttle, it's gonna like open up more. And I think that'll probably solve all our issues with like the weird running and like keep when I think when it was dieseling, it was running too much fuel going in. So now there's gonna be less fuel, so it's not gonna keep running. It's not gonna keep dieseling, hopefully. But let's see what we can do. Okay, putting the main jet in, the 140. And then at the same time, we'll put in the 170 for the secondary, well, secondary jet. Next, we'll do the air correctors. 145 for the main one.
Wait, didn't you? Okay, I thought you were supposed to put the top plate and screw it in, no?
No, that was my mistake. Well, it won't come out through there.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So, and then the next one will be 175. And we'll tighten those down. And we're almost done.
I mean, this seems to be 40.
It should be 40, right? Not 40.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Okay. This is going back in. Make sure the choke little thing is not gonna be an issue. So, here. I'll hold this up.
Well, put it through the hole.
I'll do that first. Okay. I think it's in. And it's pushing up. Just need to adjust a little bit. Alright, okay, I think that's in. Yeah, sweet. So I'm gonna slip that on. And then I will put these back in.
Hold on. The retainer. Make sure.
Here's the idle, and we're gonna unscrew that all the way. And then there's the mixture right here. You tighten that all the way, and then unscrew it like 2 turns. So it's a very simple process. And then we'll just adjust it like quarter turn at a time.
Sorry for the noise. Yeah. He's working.
So I got the tuning instructions. Here's what we're doing. We're gonna unscrew the idle stop. I guess that's the name of it. Might need a bigger screwdriver. This thing just does not want to go in there. Or turn this in. Once it starts touching the idle, the throttle, I need to turn it 1 full turn. Between 1 full turn and 1 1/3. So let's do 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4. That should be the max. And then here's the mixture, idle mixture. It's just under here. Might be kind of hard to see it, but we're gonna screw that all the way in. Okay, it's all the way in. Then we're gonna unscrew it 2 full turns. So 1/2, 1. Wait, let me redo it real quick. Okay, 1/2, 1, 1/2, 2. Okay, so that's it. Done.
Nice. This is the first start after adjusting the carb
First start.
and jets.
All right, ready?
Probably needs to fill the bowl with.
Doesn't run. Hold that open. So since it's not warmed up yet,
When it warms up,
it needs to warm up a little bit. It's running more smooth, a lot more smooth.
let it warm up.
Alright, take a little break. Wow, dude, it runs very smooth now. Oh, no. So we want the best, fastest, and smoothest idle.
You gotta adjust it a little bit and then listen. And then adjust it a little bit and listen.
No more. Like it's stuttering a little bit. But hey, let's try this. Alright, ready? Hello. It worked, man. The motor is hecka hot. Another thing we can do, try emptying all the fuel. Let's put just premium. Because right now it's kind of mixed, but let's try again. We have to try it 3 times.
Time.
Hey, it worked. It worked again. We're done. We fixed it. High five. You can put that in the audio. I
Well,
guess.
one problem down.
Yeah, we're done with that. But yeah, man, idle's good, starts good.
Why doesn't it rev?
Yeah.
You know, sometimes the motor still shakes and it kind of like runs a little rough. Maybe your dizzy cap isn't just...
Yeah, I'm gonna try getting a new one. Or even get it something better. They have like electric ones, and we'll see. It's a very productive day. We got the timing set. We changed all the 5 jets, and it's running a lot better now. And best of all, no more dieseling. So we got that fixed finally, and it's still running a little weird. It's running, I think, rich. It's like popping and backfiring a little bit. So that might be an issue with either tuning it or setting the timing. So we can still mess with that. But what people are saying is to get a low pressure fuel pump that pushes the fuel from the back of the tank to front, instead of having the mechanical one pull the fuel from the tank into the engine or into the carb. So we're gonna mess with that, and we still have we have a ton of stuff to do, but now is when we can start doing the fun stuff, like getting new seats, making seat rails, stripping the interior, like doing body work, just the stuff that is actually going to show progress. So I'm excited, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.